Hound puppies were depressing. Like, thanks for the unwanted toy with the sad eyes.
All I know about fashion is black is slimming. You're welcome.
If you hashtag YOLO, I fucking hate you.
My favorite wrestler in the world is Bill Cosby.
I believe in two things in this world, photoshopping and filters.
Twitter decides who's famous.
Don't be an asshole.
With all my action figures, I combined them all together, okay? It was just pandemonium. I had Darkwing Duck fighting side by side with the Power Rangers to take down Shredder, so I could easily write any franchise crossover movie.
My mother used to buy me the black version of toys, you know, toys with urban undertones. Yeah, it's hard to explain to all your white friends why Donatello has a Jerry curl and kente cloth bandana. He has fried chicken as an accessory.
When we were kids, like I had that one friend whose parents bought him all the toys at like the Dollar General, the dollar store. So like you'd have G.I. Joe, he had Army Gary, you know?
I had Army Gary.
I know you did.
Skip It was kind of cool if you were a fucking ninja. Forget you, Skip It. You made me look like an idiot in front of Liz Klein in 5th grade. I couldn't even play Spin the Bottle at her birthday party that year. I looked stupid.
There's a lot of people who collect toys from the 80s and 90s. They're called people who live in their parents' basement.
The key to the Battleship is that you always cheat until the last possible minute that you're going to get caught.
Then you realize you're ruining the game and it's really not fun if you're not really guessing. Or at least that's how I felt.
I used to love that game Guess Who growing up because you could ask the most superficial questions in that game. Like I would ask, is your person a virgin? And if they said yes, then down would go Herman, the semi-bald redhead. Or has your person ever touched a kid? And if they said yes, then down would go Alfred, the redhead hick with the porn stash. Basically, no redheads were safe in that game. Or in life in general.
Mr. Potato Head, the only toy that's shaped like all the dads in America.
Remember the switchblade comb?
Oh,
Winning on the boardwalk?
absolutely.
Yeah. It was the coolest thing to have. Nowadays, you imagine a kid with a switchblade comb going to
Get
school?
arrested.
Yeah. We used to bring Chinese stars to school. Those were our toys. We used to go to the Union Flea Market.
Asian American stars.
Asian American stars, I apologize. Like Jackie Chan?
When I was a kid and I'd play with other kids, Ken and Barbie, somehow we always would try to make Ken and Barbie have sex with each other. But that's dumb because they don't have genitals. Kids are so stupid.
Ken has six-pack abs and no dick. No dick! How is he gonna make 16 and pregnant Barbie?
Not really a toy, but we play with them. Candy cigarettes.
Oh yeah, because who doesn't want their kid pretending to smoke cancerous cigarettes? Just give them the candy.
Exactly.
So they get diabetes instead.
And it had the red dye number 5 end on it, just to ensure that.
Right.
Yeah, red dye number 5, so it looked like a real flame.
So you can get them hooked.
A glowworm was basically this doll that looked like if a Cabbage Patch Kid and a pea pod had a baby and it was radioactive and you slept with it at night and had nightmares about Chernobyl.
I want to give a quick shout out to my favorite toys, the ones where you take a cassette tape and shove it up their butts, and then they tell you a story. Teddy Ruxpin, Big Bird, and then when the tapes died, it'd be like, what was up with that? It wasn't a toy, it was like watching a relative seize.
My buddy, wherever I go, he goes, my buddy and me.
I honestly believe that our generation was like the last generation to use our imagination. Now it's just, here's an iPad, shithead, buy some Bitcoin.
I bought my first knife at the Union Flea Market.
And you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
And it was a toy, and you went out and you whittled wood and carved
Of course,
stuff.
that's where you had it.
Yeah.
Now they have a knife app on their cell phones.
My mother.
Tend to sharpen things.
I remember there were these things you used to jump on called pongo balls. It was Kegels for kids. Got us all in fighting form for those promiscuous teen years.
Whole bunch of new Barbies. Tall Barbie, fat Barbie, skinny Barbie, Mexican Barbie. There's all these Barbies, but where is Fat Ken?
I don't want to pull out my fat card, but McDonald's had some cool toys growing up. They had the best line of toys out of all the fast food places. I mean, Moon Man on a motorcycle? What? He also came with a piano? What is he, James Bond? He's a moon, but he eats McDonald's? Oh my God, I love it. Hashtag memories.
Nintendo. Remember when you had to take that cartridge and blow all the dust out? You would blow so hard that your face would cave in like bad plastic surgery.
I once went looking for a toy in my mother's dresser drawer.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole.
So there used to be a toy called My Buddy, and it was like it looked exactly like the Chucky doll. But the problem was my mother used to buy me all black toys. So My Buddy was black. He had a little Jerry curl and a backwards baseball hat. While all the white kids had My Buddy to stab them, I had Black My Buddy who was probably robbing liquor stores and
Sounds like you described Eazy-E.
My Buddy joined NWA. My Buddy was a rolling 60s Crip.
Do you ever get whaled with a Matchbox racing track? Like that flimsy. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that had some to
Yeah,
it.
they were like 3 foot, 4 foot pieces, man.
Yeah, that'll teach you to show up late to dinner. Yeah. But we had toys like sticks, pieces of wood, rocks. That's how we learned.
You're not kidding. They literally had pickup sticks. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was 500 pieces of wood to dump out to keep kids busy. Pick that up.
Pick it up. BB guns when they shot actual BBs.
BBs. Now they have the foam air guns. Does nothing.
Disgusting.
Nobody's intimidated when you tell your brother to go get something in the other room and he doesn't go. You pull out an airsoft rifle now. He's like, I'm still not going to get it.
No.
Back then, if I pulled out my Daisy 2 pump, he went and got whatever I asked him to get.
Right, because even if you shot him in the ass, that could impale the skin and cause a very serious infection.
Stretch Armstrong. Remember you pulled him too much and that weird goo came out? It tasted weird?
But if you ate enough of it,
Yeah.
you
I was
just forgot where you were.
I tripped balls with Stretch Armstrong. Man. That gel on the inside was not good for you.
No.
Huh.
That was